decrees. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of the Mark and Will Show. And of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going on? Man, I just feel the energy. I mean, you know, the first 2 days this week was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was like a little, it was like a little spark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today I just feel that full voltage. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like something big is coming today. I just feel it, man. You just get that kind of energy, dude. That energy, and I think I know what it is.
Right.
I think because we have Martha Lane Collins is going to be in the building tonight.
Absolutely.
And woo-wee, you talking about people retweeting and sharing. So we got assistant coach.
Absolutely.
Mr. Roberts. Coach Roberts is going to be in the building today.
Yes,
but you know how we do. We going to do our thing.
Yes.
How was your day, man?
My day, you know, was so crazy. I'm blessed, and I'm going to say that. Got big opportunities coming. Been studying for the stuff for the show to make sure we can grow better, like always or whatever. I'm great. I'm great. How was your day?
Oh man, it was smooth sailing, man. I'm telling you, man. It's just like you just feed off of things. So like when you get certain vibes and these things, you know, okay, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the day's been good. Can't complain. Hey, we got two people behind the scenes that really are actually three people behind the scenes that are rocking and rolling with the guests and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor, Mr. 502. Hey, hats off to him. Come on now. Coach Watson, hats off to him. Hats off to Jessica. So, hey,
Jizzy.
We just keep on rolling. So, you know, that's how it goes, man. And,
absolutely.
You know, it's rain almost every day type stuff.
I mean, dude, like, bruh, I'm over it. Dude, like, you don't understand. I'm over it. Like, because I'm over it. I'm just put it that way. I'm done. My dog won't go outside and do what he need to do because he don't like water.
Yeah.
So he'll look at it and look at me and be like, "No, I'm good."
I ain't going to. I'll hold it. I hold it and I go ahead.
What the heck?
Shoot a torpedo.
I'm gonna tell you one thing too. I cut my grass for the first time in 2 years.
Oh wow!
I almost passed that out there, brother.
What time was that?
It's about 5.
Okay.
So I ain't doing this no more.
What you said? Ooh-wee. Hey guys, you know where to find us if you don't. Our website. Visit it, check it out.
Yes.
Download some podcasts on www.markandwillshow.com. Check it out. I promise you I will be updating some other stuff on there so we can get everything up to par and up to speed. So we'll be found on that. So make sure you check out all the other places to find us. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, of course YouTube, and Twitch. All that kind of good stuff. So check it out. So make sure you go. And everything's pretty much Mark and Will.
Yeah.
The gaming stuff is Mark and Will gaming. So, hey, kind of easy. Go ahead and find it. That's what you got to do.
That's all.
Love it. Big time. Let's see here. FNC. Next Friday, FNC. Bang. Topics, totally different. Yeah, it'll be some sports stuff sometimes. Make sure you check it out. You're going to enjoy it. Stuff that is in the news. I mean, pretty much we gotta start adding some good feel good stuff. And we did. We had the lottery. A woman who won lottery and was giving out gift cards and stuff. Winning. So we did do that. But it's just what's going on in the world today.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Definitely check it out. It's not going to be this Friday. Next Friday, check that out. Big time and gaming.
It's it's great rock and roll. I promise you, it's coming. Probably tomorrow. I don't know what I want to play yet, but I'm gonna jump on there. Then of course, bruh, he's just fresh back on the sticks, and once he get on there, that's gonna be fun.
All right, so make sure you check that.
Yes, sir.
Twitch.
Yes,
plus,
yes.
YouTube channel, and Twitter.
Absolutely.
Real Gaming on Twitter. So we'll drop
everywhere.
videos on there. So check that out. Like I said earlier, for the people just now joining, Coach Roberts will be on a little later on. So right now we're just gonna go through it. Hey Shan, hey Mom, how y'all doing? Check it out. So let's go on and get into the nitty gritty. Let's have a little fun today too. But let's go on and run through these scores real quick.
All right, cool. Which today, MLB, what we always start with first. I'm going to talk with yesterday's scores, Tuesday, July 26th. You got Pittsburgh, who loses to Chicago Cubs 4-2. Atlanta went ahead and took care of business, beat the Phillies yesterday 6-3. Nationals beat LA Dodgers 8-3. Miami beat Cincinnati Reds 2-1. Orioles beat the Rays 5-3. Blue Jays beat St. Louis again 10-3. Guardians beat the Red Sox 8-3. The Mets beat the Yankees 6-3.
Come on, Yankees!
San Diego beats Detroit 6-4. The Angels took their business and beat KC 6-0. Milwaukee beat the Twins 7-6, tight game. White Sox beat the Rockies 2-1. A's beat Houston 5-3.
Hey.
Diamondbacks beat the Giants 7-3. Then you got Seattle, who beat Texas 5-4. Today, Wednesday, July 27th. You got a lot of games on right now. You got the Reds, who's up on Miami right now, 5-2. Then you got Yankees, who's losing to the Mets right now, 2-0. Orioles is down to Tampa Bay, 3-2.
So we gonna do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we gonna do that, Yankees?
Yes,
Y'all can't take care of business?
They can. St. Louis is up on the Blue Jays 1-0. Game ain't over yet, people. Guardians is up on the Red Sox 3-2. Then you got a lot of games that already doesn't happen. Phillies beat Atlanta 7-2. LA Dodgers beat the Nationals 7-1. Detroit said, y'all got to adjust today, but we'll get you today 4-3. Angels beat KC 4-0. Milwaukee is just like, okay, we here. Beat the Twins 10-4. Rockies beat the White Sox 6-5. A's beat Houston 4-2. Diamondbacks beat Giants 5-3. Seattle beat Texas 4-2. Everything's like it was reversed today. Y'all beat us yesterday, we beat y'all today.
Man, that sucks. All right, the standings. I guess I'll do the garbage standings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today. I'll do the garbage. In American League East, the worst team is the Boston Red Sox, which is crazy because they're 49-49. They're 17 games from the Yankees, and the Yankees is trying to help out the Mets, I guess, keeping in New York. Need to go ahead and knock them out. Quit playing. In the Central, you have the Kansas City Royals, 39-59, 13 games out of first place. In the West, you have the Oakland A's, 27 games behind Houston Astros. Just go ahead and just quit. National League East, you got the National 27.5 games out of first place.
Absolutely.
Look at what I said just a few minutes ago. Quit. Central, Cincinnati Reds, 37-59, 16.5 games out. Quit. In the West, you got the Colorado Rockies, 21 games behind the Dodgers at 45-54. That's not too bad, but hey, it's over.
You're right.
It's over.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but it's really over. Everybody's watching, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button for us. We appreciate you. Let's do WNBA first, of course, and then we'll get into the if it's I think it was some games on.
Yes, games on yesterday, which was the Aces and Chicago Sky for the Cup. Aces took her business and won 93-83.
and that's the Commissioner Cup. That's
Yeah.
not even the championship.
Nah, not at all.
What
When
the
I
hell
was
is going
like,
on
dude,
with
what's
that?
going on? I was confused. Like, that's what's up, though. Okay. That got me with that one.
Woo. Wow.
Yeah, they don't have no games today, so they
Okay.
got games coming back on tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's cool. Well, real quick, I know Brittany Griner, she went to trial today and took the stand, so, you know, we really will be hearing a little bit more about that. Say United States offers deal to Russia, of course, to get released. I just hope they went ahead and offer a whole bunch of other people release too. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nothing against it.
No, nothing against it at all.
You know,
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
she should be over for that. She's already done served the term, really. She's been on great. Before you look at it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So just, you know, let her go. Quit doing all that stuff, man. You know, but that's what they do. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Right off the bat. Let's go. NBA, baby. Pippen defends Bulls over Draymond's comments. And my gosh, you know what? And I would say, you know, Draymond's doing this for, you know, but that's Draymond. You know, he
Yeah,
does
just him.
silly
That's
stuff.
just him. Yeah.
But dude, are you serious? So basically, here it is. Pippen said, if I'm defending Kevin Durant and Michael defends Steph Curry, the Bulls winning 5. He said, well, and he said, he said, Draymond, well, he can guard himself.
That was funny to me.
Yeah, because he's like, well, you're
hilarious.
not a threat.
You're not at all.
You're not a threat.
Not at all.
Like, why are we even?
Not at all.
So was that for podcasts? I mean, even though we know you got a successful podcast.
Yeah, I think it was for podcasts because Draymond liked to hear himself talk. That's one thing. Sometimes when he do talk, he be saying some stuff that's facts. I can't agree with certain things, but what he said with this one with the Bulls, I was like, brother, what era we playing in? Matter of fact, I don't even think it matters neither one because with this era right now, George's putting up 100 points.
Right, you can't touch him.
You know what I'm saying?
Pip is going for 70. So yeah,
right, and I get that Steph Curry, he's a hell of a shooter. KD, he's a great player, but when you got like a Scottie Pippen guarding you, that's a different animal.
That's different. Oh, and let's not
Jordan.
forget. Yeah. And luckily, let's see. Hold on. Because what did he say? He said the 97. Is that what he said? Ain't that Rodman?
Yes.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on. Three of the best defenders in the NBA all time.
Yes.
Dude, yeah, first of all, the crazy thing is this. They can go small ball with you, and you're not getting nothing, no rebounds.
Dude. He don't
Ron Harper's on there.
He don't get it. He don't understand it. He gonna say, I was watching the 97 series finals against Utah. You, obviously, you wasn't.
Nah, and the scary thing is, I'm not saying Utah would beat y'all, but it'll go game 7. Because who's stopping Karl Malone?
Thank you. Like, he's tripping, dude. He's tripping.
Karl Malone fouled.
And then on top of that, you sit here talking like that. Your boy Steph don't play defense like that.
Oh, so they attacking. Like, who's he guarding on the Ron
Right.
Harper? Okay, but Ron Harper's going to facilitate the offense and stuff like that.
Like you ain't really breaking everything down like that, Draymond, at all. Because Steph ain't playing no
Then are you putting him on,
like that.
you know, you're going to have to put him on a shooter maybe in the corner to hide him. But that's exposing everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That is exposing everybody else. So you basically going to get Klay Thompson to foul out.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he's got to guard Jordan, not Pippen.
Oh, yeah. You're not stopping him.
Andrew Wiggins, I mean, and Andrew wasn't on the team, was he?
No.
He's talking about it was Iguodala and stuff.
That's what KD was on there. Nah,
and KD?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on, bro.
It's not going to happen.
Come on, dude. And first of all, you know how bad the KD, if Robin would get in his head?
Absolutely. Okay.
You think Twitter and all that stuff is in your head?
All the technical fouls, all the texts that KD grade
what you
get.
think he's gonna do? My goodness, bro! I
can imagine what Robin would say to him.
Hey, you know what? I can't. 5, right? I mean,
5.
I mean,
absolutely. We give y'all one to be great.
Luke Longman was happy because that's Andrew Bogut and all them other lame big dudes. Man, he's like, dude, I can
Whole
get
bench
15 off of y'all.
right. 30 rebounds.
That's a good one. I understand you have to have a little confidence, but pick another team.
Absolutely.
Pick another championship team for us, bro. That's all I asked for. So that was a good one. That was a real good one. You was really on something. Here we go. Pick 'em. AI or Chris Paul, right? And the only reason why I said pick 'em is because, they came out with the thing that you shared on the Mark and Will show. Or did you share that with just me?
No, I think I'll put it on there. I'll put it on
Okay.
there. Yeah.
So basically, you got AI 1-time MVP, 11-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, 0 All-Defensive Team, Rookie of the Year, 4-time scoring champ, 3-time steal leader, right?
Yep.
Chris Paul, second in MVP votes. He didn't get an MVP. 12 times All-Star, 11 times All-NBA, 9 times All-Defensive Team, Rookie of the Year, 5 times assist champ, 6 times steals champ. Both teams led their team to a final.
Well, you know what's so crazy, bro? Me personally, I think we get too much. Well, I ain't gonna say we because I'm not. People get too in tune with the number game. You understand what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, he did this. He went third more. But look at the body of work. Look what AI had to go through to get to where the finals he went to. He had to play against Shaq now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he hell of a
drive. He was playing.
Exactly. And AI was carrying his team.
Yeah.
He was carrying his team.
His running mate was Eric Snow.
Thank you. Shoot. And then we talk about Chris Paul. Don't get it twisted. Chris Paul is a hell of a point guard. Yes, he is. He is. But he didn't have to go down that same road that AI did. Right. At all. AI is a dog. I'm going to get it anyway, but y'all ain't doing working, I'm going to work and get it myself. I'm picking AI with this, dude. They tripping.
I can't believe he didn't have no all-defense, like maybe second team or something like
that.
He used to lead and steals, different stuff like that. But they just let you know how many really dogs was in there when he was playing.
Exactly. Right.
So, to me, it's not even a fair comparison because though AI, AI was more of a small combo, you know what I'm saying? He basically was 2 when Eric Snow was out there, things like that. Yes, he had the ball in his hand, but I mean that's totally different. And this is the total disrespect for that. Chris Paul is a great. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a point guard. Put him against Stockton or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Good comparison.
Nash or somebody like that.
Not AI. No.
Because on this one, that's probably 90% of the people gonna take AI regardless.
Exactly.
So, I'm gonna ride with AI too. But Chris Paul's a monster in his own. But this for them to even come up with that, they should have stopped that.
Yeah, that's what they came up with.
Like, come on, dude. Are you serious? You know where everybody's picking, right?
Right.
Like, stop.
Jesus.
This right here, I really thought was funny. This one is most game winning or tying shots in the final 10 seconds. And right on the top of the list, you got Kobe with 39, and this is since 1996.
Yep.
This ain't too much about pick'em, but this is just the facts. Vince 31, Melo 31, LeBron 28, Dirk 27. Since 96. So you cut out, you really removed Jordan from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, come on. But I just think it's funny, game tying shots. Let's see game winning. I want to see that number.
That's what they be reaching, dude. It's like, why we got to reach to make certain players look great? And the thing about it, which I'm trying to do, we already know Kobe's a great. There's no argument with that. Vince Carter's a great. But this is probably just showing people that they didn't know Vince Carter was, you know what I'm saying, being clutch like that.
Had to.
Or whatever, which is cool.
Yeah, and if you didn't follow him in his early days,
that's your fault.
He was banging them down, you know what I'm saying?
He's a great, too. It's like, it's
a lot of, but why cut it 96?
Right.
Some of these numbers changing. Woo. It's some other dudes on there that
they won't put on there.
It's like, all right, cool. And because Kobe, Kobe,
Another shot fired.
not Kobe cheese, not Kobe cheese.
Facts.
Woo, yeah, that was kind of hilarious. Okay, back up. Bring you back up. Tatum,
Mm-hmm.
not up to me. Love our team. Talking about KD for Brown. I'm not really convinced on this statement. When you say not up to me, like if he gets traded, it wasn't my fault. That's a little bit different.
I don't like that. I don't like that statement.
Yeah, he's not endorsing
No,
Brown at all.
if that's supposed to be your homie, your dog, and y'all clapping fast, something about they said we couldn't do it together, and you say this, it's almost like you said, well, whatever.
Yeah,
But
if it happens, it happens.
but that's your team, right?
Yeah, that's his team.
You go to the front office and say, hey man, what are y'all talking about? What we doing? He's staying. He don't want him. Ah, that's lame, dude. That's lame, dog. That is lame, Tatum. I see what you're doing. You want to take that pressure off yourself. That's on the front office. You got something to say too.
You shouldn't even say that. You should have said, "Hey man, I hope everybody's back next year." I just don't answer the question. Not up to me. Yeah, once you say that, then you know the deal.
Okay. Yeah.
Big shots fired. Big shots fired.
Mm.
Cut one Laker, LBJ, Kobe, Kareem, Wilt, Magic, Shaquille O'Neal, the Diesel. Who you got? Who you cutting? I already know. You want me to go first?
Dude, go ahead.
Let me go first. I put it on the page. Dude done been late for about 4 years.
That's
whatever.
it.
LBJ out of there.
Ain't no Lakers.
Sorry, dude. No, you forever be Cleveland, and Cleveland split with Miami.
Yeah,
I don't care how many championships you win with there. You talking about Kobe with a K,
What a K.
Shaq, Magic, Wilt, Kareem. I don't care how many total points you get, like overall.
Yeah. You know that's what that's
Not
about.
no Laker.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
you're not.
If somebody can say, Will, what if he wins 3 or 4? And still, it's hard to crack this starting 5. This 5 top players.
That don't mean nothing if he wins another one. I mean,
Right.
you gotta win another one so everybody can be satisfied for the bubble one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like
You know
they
how
don't
many
even
people
count the
ain't
bubble
on this
one.
top that he's not Jerry West the logo?
Only reason why
Elgin
he's on
Baylor?
there is because that's LeBron. LeBron got to go for me too, and I love some LeBron, but you got to go for me with this one. You got to go for me with this one, brother. Like you not gonna be no great Laker.
It looks cute.
Once his career's over with, great Cleveland player.
Right. What you say?
This guy, Laker. All right, that's cute. Oh Lord.
Star bench trade. Jimmy Buckets, PG-13, which is Paul George, and Booker. Start bench trade. What you got?
I'm when I saw this,
They
I
didn't
was
say
like,
cut. They took the cut out of there.
They said he got to go.
You got to trade. Just trade him.
I'm going to. Ooh, this is a food right here. I'm starting Booker. I'm gonna start Booker because Booker was rock and rolling before PG, before Westcott got there, and now he's really rolling because he ain't got no choice.
Youth move.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm going with the youth. With these next two is so crazy to me. I'm a bench Jimmy. I'm gonna trade PG because Paul George because we don't know when he's healthy or not.
No.
And that boy, I'm benching Westcott because he's been a dog. He's been rocking and rolling here lately. You know, the past 2-3 years. But that youth, I gotta go with the youth because he's younger than both of them. So I'm starting him. But I put Jimmy on the bench. I got to trade Paul George, man.
For everybody out there, you've heard the takes. You heard the hot takes that I have been given.
Yeah. You had,
and have been down blasting this guy.
Yes, absolutely.
For a long time. long time. So let's go ahead and start it backwards. Trey George, sorry, you have exhausted all your chips. Time to leave. Time to go. I don't even know if I get anything from him.
What we getting?
I don't know what we're getting, but he gotta go.
You got the money.
He gotta go.
Money,
I don't know what we're getting, but he gotta go.
You gotta get something.
You gotta go. You gone.
You gone.
Bench. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna start.
I don't do it like that.
I gotta go start. So
yeah.
Look, I've been clowning this dude forever.
I'm not very good with this with you, dog.
And it's
I'm not
like,
with this with you, dude.
I can't believe it.
I'm not no.
This dude.
They not gonna go with this with you, bro.
This dude had a heck of a year. He's balled out of control. He has showed what he can do in the playoffs, and I'm telling you, his defense is immaculate. You want him, he's going to cut your teammates out. He's going to give it his all. He's going to say, hey, I got you, Miami. He said that, right? He said, I got you. He almost got him. He almost, but not too close, right? Yeah. The other candidate is lights out shooter. His defense is better. It's better than it's okay. It's a little above average.
Yeah. I agree.
He's playing with a Hall of Famer. He can knock it out, knock those jumpers out.
Okay.
Big time.
Yes, you are very convincing.
But I'm gonna tell you, I thought long and hard about this.
Okay.
And I am a believer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a believer.
Mm-hmm.
This year, based off of this year alone, I'm gonna have to ride with Jimmy Buckets as my bench.
See what I'm saying? Like, y'all boy, whoo.
D-Book, man. I mean, D-Book is
D-Book, you are good.
D-Book.
You are good.
But go ahead and give you 40 and it seems like he, ain't working
And like
hard.
he did nothing.
Yeah.
Like he did nothing.
Yeah, that's a difference. That's a difference. I have to ride with
Hey,
but you almost. You almost, Jimmy. You almost.
You a fool.
You almost. Because you know how I feel about you. You know how I think you this all-star player.
You a fool. You a fool.
You rock and roll, though. I got to give him credit, though.
I wasn't going for it. They could go for it. I wasn't going for it.
I came close to pulling that trigger. I'm not lying. I did. Because you saw what he did in the playoffs. Oh, yes, sir. Who was better in the playoffs?
I'm not arguing with you about this, bro. But you not going to sit there and convince me and have me thinking you was going to start Jimmy.
That was.
No, you wasn't.
I was. I'm going to tell you what stopped me from doing that. Because I know I got BBN watching. BBN is watching.
And that don't make no difference from you.
BBN is watching. Dude with the Marquette. With the Marquette. I'm going with BBN on that one. And dude is nice. But no. What made it kind of harder than what people probably would have thought? Jimmy's defense is way better.
Yeah, and Jimmy's a dog, dude. It's just that, like you always say all the time, we always say, we don't think he's just that crazy star massive player.
Right. He's not that natural score type. You know what I'm saying?
And he's trying to get there.
He's trying. Lord, he tried. That coach on there. Oh, Lord. All right. Here it is. We're going to have a coach on here.
Yes, sir.
Big time. So we can check out what's going on. Let's bring him on here. Get everything set up. Can you hear us, Coach?
Yes, sir, I can. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
How
Yes,
you doing?
sir. Let's go and give this proper introduction. Today we got Coach Roberts, Martha Lane College High School assistant football coach in the building to talk about Martha Lane College. For everybody, if you don't know, you're going to know tonight. We got another school in the county of Shelby County?
Shelby County, yes, sir.
Man, we done knocked it out of the park. We done had both of them schools on, both the hairbanger schools on there. So, yeah. You doing okay, Coach?
We like to call it Collins County where we're from, though. So, they call it Shelby County. We like to call it Collins County. So,
Oh, shots
just to
fired.
spark up that rivalry a little bit.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Coach. Hey, we here for all that. Big time, hey. We
It's
love
all
that.
love. It's all love, man. It's all love. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. But,
Hey,
I
Coach.
do appreciate you guys having me on today, though.
Hey, no problem. We appreciate you on here, but you just teasing this a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, Coach. Let's get into it. What do you coach at Martha Lane Collins? What position?
I coach receivers. I'm on the offensive side of the ball. So I coach receivers. I'm also the JV head coach at the moment. So been on the offensive side of the ball since I've been here at Collins.
How long have you been there, Coach?
I've been here for a total of 8 years. This is going into my 8th season. I was here for 6 years. I left for 2 years to be the head coach at Eminence for a couple years, and then I came back. Last year was my 7th season at Collins, going into my 8th season this year.
Okay, wow. What? Was you just like you wanted to come back, or you just? I mean, what was transpired for you to come back to Collins?
I live here in Shelby County. I live probably 5 minutes from Collins. End up having two kids. Trying to juggle being a head coach, being a young father. It was just a lot at the time. So I just decided to come back. To Collins. They offered me allowed me to come back. Gave me a great teaching position. It's a lot closer to home. I don't have to travel as much, and I get to spend a lot more time with my kids and kind of watch them grow up a little bit. So that was my decision on coming back to Collins.
Okay, I don't blame you. And he said teach. So what are you teaching, Coach? What class are you teaching, man?
I teach special ed. I work with behavior kids, EBD kids. Kind of teach social skills and life skills and things of that nature.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So,
yeah, I got a great setup here, man. So I'm very, very pleased with both my coaching and my teaching jobs here.
I know that's right. I had an opportunity to check you guys out last year. I think it was 7-on-7. Of course, before the season started last year. I think it was Western Hills.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Got to see and I'm everybody who's been on the show, for the people who from Martha Lane who's showing support and everything, we gonna let y'all know I'm a former male Bulldog, former PRP Panther.
Yes,
so
sir.
the game I'm talking about was male against Collins. Man, when I say because I was taking for the Mark and Will show, got some nephews on the Bulldog side, so I'm taking pictures and stuff. Man, that game, dude, but went in overtime. Yeah.
It went into overtime.
Oh.
You're exactly right.
Overtime. When I say Collins got some studs, studs. And actually, Gooding was actually one of our players of the week. We do a player of the week, Mark and Will show, and we'll be bringing that back for the football and stuff like that. Man, y'all, goodness gracious, that talented. What? Let me ask you this: since you receiver, and I know you can't spill everything, but what kind of style of offense do y'all run, Coach?
Well, what you see at 7-on-7, that's what we run on Friday nights. We're not one of these teams that kind of, try to make up formations and do different things on 7-on-7. So what you see is what we do on Friday nights. We're a spread, a vertical passing team, a lot of 4 and 5 wide. Our head coach, Jerry Lucas, his philosophy is pass early and run late. So, we try to spread the ball out to our athletes, get the ball in space to our athletes and let them do their thing. So we do sling the ball. We, year in, year out, we're going to be probably one of the top teams as far as passing offense in the state because we sling it. Got a great quarterback. You mentioned Kenyon. Good, and he had 52 touchdowns last year, so impressive number. Yeah, we spread it out. Let our get the ball to our athletes in space and let them do their thing.
Ooh, so you got a lot of happy receivers.
Absolutely.
If you play receiver, you would love this offense. Which we run the ball too. If you look at the stats, it's more balanced than you would think. But we call a lot of try to have an athlete at the quarterback position. That can kind of scramble a little bit as well. Some RPOs. but we might call a design pass, and Kenyon just does his thing, and he's an athlete, so he might run it. So our stats are balanced, but we do like to sling the ball for sure.
So let me ask you, looking back of last year, walk us through the last year's season. Record-wise, how you guys did in the playoffs, different stuff for the people who don't know what college did last year.
Okay. We finished 7-4. We started off hot. We started off really strong. We were very young at some key positions last year. Our whole linebacker core was freshmen. They'll be sophomores this year. We had some young DBs. On the offensive side of the ball, like I said, we put up some numbers and stuff. We kind of struggled on defense, but I think it was because of youth. We should be a lot better this year on that side of the ball. We got return a few guys, and we played some young guys. So we finished 7-4. We lost to West Jessamine in the first round of the playoffs. So we're hoping to make a little run this year, and hopefully win a couple games in the playoffs this year.
And let me ask you this, Coach. You've been around football, but we're going to hit some of your experience a little bit later on in the show. But as you go to the off season, you got a star quarterback. You got some good pieces, good players, the great players that's coming back. Did you notice any change? Did you notice that they was hungry? They ready to do what they got to do to take care of business?
The main thing that I've noticed is some of our young guys, they kind of stepped up and they're talking a little bit more. They're becoming some leaders. They're still, not very vocal, but they're a lot more vocal than they were last year. Now, and then we got Kenyon. Some of our seniors, have stepped up into that leadership role, which I think we were missing last year. We didn't really have that true leader last year, and I feel like we got that. Another thing, I got to give a shout out to our offensive line and strength coach, Coach Brian Wigglesworth, Coach Wiggs. Man, he worked them hard this offseason in the weight room. Speed and agility. Our guys have gotten big, strong. So we feel really good going into the season for sure. So I would say the main thing would be that leadership role, though. I feel like some of our guys have kind of stepped up and, they're becoming leaders on and off the field, which I don't think we had that last year.
Being a receiver coach, and so freshmen coming up. You also JV coach. You got some freshmen that caught your eye. I know practice is just now starting, different stuff like that. Is some freshmen that you were like really happy to get your hands on. That's going to be solid.
I wouldn't necessarily say a freshman. We got a sophomore, a young guy, Quentin Wooten. Quentin Wooten, he's going to be a stud. You're going to hear his name on Friday nights. I expect him to have a big year. We returned our second leading receiver from last year, Darius Evans. He'll be a senior, but he's back. I'm not for sure off the top of my head how many touchdowns he had last year, but he's our go-to guy this year. He's a great receiver, great route runner. He's not afraid to come across the middle. He's got some speed, so we can go deep to him. And then we have a couple other guys that didn't really get a lot of playing time last year who we're relying on big time this year. Caleb Bailey being one of those guys. He's a baseball kid, so we got him late this summer because he was playing a lot of travel baseball and stuff like that. He'll also be a senior, but we're going to rely heavy on him. You speaking of 7-on-7, we actually went to St. X last weekend. And if rumors true, they said that they were undefeated all summer. They hadn't lost a game, and we actually beat them in the championship at their little tournament. So that 7-on-7 is not real football. We're the first coaching staff that'll tell you that, but I do believe that it presents a great opportunity to go out and compete and build some confidence. And I think that beating St. X, the defending 6A champs, even though it was 7-on-7, I think it kind of sparked a little bit of momentum and built some confidence with our kids. And we've had a great week of practice since then. So we're very excited for sure.
Everybody who's watching this, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button. Coach, two things. One, let me go back to Wooten. Does he got a brother?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I could be wrong. If he does have a brother, he's either younger or a lot older because I've been here, like I said, for for going on 8 years, and he hadn't had a brother since I've been here, so I'm not for sure. But I can't answer that question. I don't think so though.
Cool. Real quick, that tournament that you was in, you talking about Saint X was in there. Was Atherton in there?
St. X, Atherton. It was just a 14 tournament. St. X, Atherton, us, and Fern Creek. So we just did a little pool play, and then we played St. X for a quote unquote championship game, if that's what you want to call it. So St. X actually beat us the first game of the day, by a touchdown, maybe 8 points or so, and then we came back and played them a second time, and we were able to beat them. So it was big for us for sure.
Do you guys have? I mean, I want to go. I want to hit the. I know you offense, but I want to hit a little bit about the defense. Do you have some guys that goes both ways to play some defense, or is this your numbers are just so big that y'all don't need to play both ways, or?
No, unfortunately, we do have a lot of kids that are going to go both ways. Some of the kids that I mentioned already on the offensive side of the ball, they're going to be our defensive guys as well. We have a nice young sophomore core for linebackers, led by a sophomore named Joshua Lanehart. He's probably going to be our Mike linebacker. He's worked his tail off in the weight room, gotten bigger, faster, stronger this year. Kenyon Gooden, he's a beast. He can cover sideline to sideline. I don't look for too many teams to pass on us as long as he's a free safety, because he roams. He's a great free safety, which is what I expect for him to play at the next level. I know EKU has offered him as a wide receiver, but a lot of the schools that are talking to him right now are talking to him about the defensive side of the ball. So a lot of our O-line will also play D-line and vice versa. So we do have quite a few guys going both ways for sure.
So how do you as a coach? It's all you got to win and everything else, but it's do you have a set rotation in your mind, and hopefully these guys get there so you can make sure guys is fresh enough to play the whole game type stuff.
Yeah, we do have a rotation now. We try our best not to start people on both sides of the ball, but as far as rotation, then we'll have a lot of two-way players. So, if you start offensive line, then we try not to start you on defensive line. But, that second or third series, you might be rotating in for a guy. So as far as starters, the defense and offensive line is probably the ones that need to break the most. So we try not to start them. But, some of our receivers are going to start DBs. What we tell our kids, we condition every day. So we want them to be in the best shape because they know they're going to have to go both ways. They get a 30-second break, 25, 30-second break in between every play. That's a chance to catch your breath. So, we work them hard. And when that time comes and they need a break, let us know. We'll get you out for a play or two, get you a shot of water and get back in there. So, that's how we do it.
Yeah, I understand that. How about your, let's get into Collins real quick, the school and everything else. How is the support of the community for Martha Lane Collins?
To be honest, it sounds cliche, but it couldn't be better. I'll start with our admin, our principals, assistant principals, very, very supportive of football. If we need something, we just got a new AD and she has stepped in. Miss Kate Tucker, she was actually the director of operations for Jeff Walls at U of L basketball. She just became our new AD on July 1st, and she has stepped in and has been amazing. If we need something, she's on it. Our principals are on it. They are very, very supportive. I couldn't brag on them enough. The community, it's a great football community. Like you mentioned, we do got 2 high schools in this community. But just from my experiences, both schools have tremendous support groups for sure.
That's good stuff. That's real good. Let's get into your sports journey, Coach. Give everybody a chance to learn about you a little bit. Mark, go ahead and get him started with that.
So how old was you when you started playing sports?
Oh, man, I started playing. My first year playing football was 2nd grade. I grew up in Emnett's small, tight-knit community. I played youth football starting in 2nd grade and played all the way up, throughout high school.
No other sports. You just strictly
I
football.
play no. So Eminence is K through 12. When I was going to school there, we had 500 kids K through 12. My graduating class was 27 people. So if you were any type of athlete at all, you played as many sports as you can. I played football, basketball, baseball. We didn't have a lot of sports. We didn't have lacrosse. We didn't have a track team, all that stuff. So my three main sports was football, basketball, and baseball.
Okay, okay. As far as football, what position did you play? Was it receiver, quarterback, what?
And in high school, I played receiver and DB.
Okay, okay. So going into like, when did you start playing again? Of course, in football wise.
I started playing football in second grade.
So, what was you, running back or what? What was you doing?
Actually, it's funny because when I was younger, I was chubby. I was always the heaviest in my class, so I started playing offensive line. And then in seventh grade, I guess just being a boy, I just lost a lot of weight. So in seventh grade, I played quarterback in middle school. My middle school coach, I don't know if he's watching or not. He actually retweeted, so I don't know if he's checking in. But when I walked in for practice, it was his first year as a coach. And someone was like, "Who's your quarterback?" And they pointed at me, and he was like, "Ain't no way it's Chubby Kid's the quarterback." So I'm kind of I'm telling on him a little bit. He tells me that story every time he sees me. So yeah, so in middle school, I went to the skill position and then kind of played that all the way up through high school.
Did you? And it goes. This one. Let me hit it this way. So, when you graduated from Eminence, did you play college ball or anything like that?
I went to Thomas More for a year. But just being honest, just telling my story, I wasn't really mentally focused. I was too worried about ripping and running and chasing women and not doing what I needed to be doing. So I went to Thomas More for a year. It didn't really work out. Wasn't a great fit for me. Great program, so it's nothing against them, but it wasn't a good fit for me. So then I just came back home and I went to community college for a year to try to get my GPA back up, and then I finished my degree at U of L. I didn't play football there, but I finished my degree down at U of L. So my college football experience wasn't what I wanted and hoped, but it was a great. It allowed me to kind of grow up and mature a little bit. So I wouldn't change anything for the world.
You better have another fellow U of L grad on the show.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Go Cards, baby.
Yes,
big time. So, okay, how'd you get into coaching?
Right.
How'd you get into coaching?
My coaching, the way I got into coaching, it's another cliche, man. It sounds cliche, but God, to be honest with you, I love the game of football. I was around it from second grade growing up. My father-in-law was actually an assistant coach here at Collins. So when I came back home from Thomas More, he invited me to come to a game with him here at Collins. So I came back, I watched the game, got to meet the staff. The head coach, Coach Lucas, he was very welcoming, allowed me to be on the sidelines and stuff like that. So throughout the rest of that season, I just started tracking defensive stats for him. So I'm a little young guy. I think I was 20 years old or so. I'm tracking plays and tracking stats, and just loved it. I loved watching how Coach Lucas ran his program, the way he interacted with his team, the way the rest of the staff was so welcoming. So my father-in-law, allowed me to kind of join him for the rest of the season. And then the very next season, Coach Lucas allowed me to, he allowed me to join the staff as an assistant coach. So, kind of been here ever since.
So when you went to Eminence, was it, well, I mean, can't turn down an opportunity, the head coach, but also you went there. So, was that also, like, okay, let me go and, my alma mater, and go ahead and do what I had to do?
It was, like you said, it definitely was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. But give me 1 second. Let me plug my computer in. I'm sorry. I just got the alerts about that.
We thought you
wanted to go dead.
We thought you was pulling out of Eminence jacket or something.
Nah. But it was one of those deals where everybody thinks they want to be a head coach until they realize what goes into being a head coach. So I got a call from the superintendent who was my math teacher, my high school football coach, my youth pastor, a great friend of mine. He's the superintendent now at Emnis, and I remember like it was yesterday. My wife and I, it was over spring break, and we're driving to the beach, and he gives me a call and is like, hey, our head coach just stepped down. I know you've been at Collins for a few years. Do you want to come back home and lead our program? So my wife and I talked about it. I did end up accepting the job, and then it was one of them deals like, man, it's a lot, having two kids, trying to manage a marriage, being young, still trying to, figure out a lot of things. I just realized there was a lot that I still needed to learn. And we had some great success at Emnis. When I was there, we beat Frankfurt Frankfurt High for the first time in 21 years. We won a playoff game both years I was there. It's the first time Emnis had won a playoff game in over a decade. So we had some success. But then I also realized, like, in order for me to, be where I want to be, my end game, my end goal, I still had a lot to learn. So I reached out, Coach Lucas and I had some conversations. I told him, it's been a great opportunity for me, but I'm kind of ready to be back as an assistant, free up a little bit more time for me to spend with my family, and learn the game. And that's kind of what I've done over these last couple of years, being back here at Collins, and here I am.
So do you think that after the experience that you have had at Collins, Emmis, now back at Collins, that if another opportunity comes, will you be, ready for it?
Yeah, and I've kind of been up front and talked to some of my mentors, some of the assistant coaches here, and if that right opportunity came, I would, but I'm not going to rush it, and I'm not just going to jump to any school. I'm not one of those guys that just going to take any job just to be a head coach, if that makes sense. So I'm very content at the moment. If the right opportunity presented itself, then I would. But one thing my wife has told me is we're not going to be one of those families that's moving. So it has to be in driving distance of where we live at now. She's not willing to relocate. So as long as it was in driving distance, the right opportunity, the right fit, then I would. But I'm not just going to take any school, jump to any school or rush that decision.
Right. That's good. That's
absolutely good.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Heck no. So let's go back to your team. Who are some of the kiddos on the team, like not just your position, that people maybe don't know but they gonna know. They gonna know real quick.
I mentioned Kenyon. I think the whole state knows about him. So I won't harp on him too much. Darius Evans, he's our senior receiver. Expect a huge year out of him. We have a offensive tackle. This would be his first year starting varsity. But he's 6'5", probably 275. He fits the eye test. If this kid walks into your room right now, you're like, wow. His name's Jeremiah Rhodes. As long as he can continue working, he's busted his butt. As long as he continues working, then I expect him to play on Saturdays. Quentin Wooten, mentioned him a little bit. Devin Cheshire and AJ Higgins, they're going to be our running backs. So those are probably our top players right now, who I expect a lot of production from.
Give me a hidden gem, Coach. Give me a hidden gem.
A hidden gem? A hidden gem, I'm going to say a freshman by the name of Mike Bryant. He's an incoming freshman. He's a basketball player who he's played football in middle school, but his mindset is basketball. But we're trying to convert him, because I think that he has a lot better chance. And if he's listening to me, I've told him this before. I think he has a lot better chance of playing college football than college basketball. He's about 6'3". He's probably 200, 205 right now. He's got to continue working. He's got good speed for his size. We're going to play him at our wide position, our tight end wide position, and defensive end. So I think that's the hidden gem, who I expect, to be a stud going forward.
Coach, if it's one thing in the high school football that you could change that would help make it better, what would it be?
That would help make it better.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a good question. Man, if there's one thing I could change, I think that one thing that I personally don't like is our district play and how the way that they set up the district play. We're in a district with teams in Berea. We're in Shelbyville and we have to drive almost 2 hours to play a district game. I think that there's some I think that the KHSAA could kind of restructure and look more at the driving distance for some of these teams. That would allow our fans to kind of go to more games. Some people can't travel 2 hours one way for a football game on a Friday night, 4-hour round trip. So I think just to allow more fans to attend games, change some of the districts up like that instead of, but like right now we have to travel to Madison Southern. We have to travel to the Jessamine County schools, and I feel like that's a little bit far. So that's one thing I would change. That's a great question. Maybe if I had a little bit more time to think about it, I can come up with a few more things. But that's where I'll start with for now.
That's cool. Go ahead with it, brother.
Yes, sir. Coach, this is the time where we give you the floor to thank everybody who's been in your corner.
Okay. First and foremost, my wife. That's my rock. She holds me down. She kind of helped impact my, shape my life. Like I said, I was a little young knucklehead until she swooped me up. She's very supportive. She comes to all the games. She brings the kids up to practice just so I can, see them and spend time with them. Whenever, I'm also an assistant AD. So if I got to work, a volleyball game or something, she'll bring them up and let them hang out. My father-in-law has been very great to me. He's treated me like a son from day one. He's the reason I kind of got into coaching. Our head coach, Coach Lucas, he's my mentor. He's one of my best friends. We constantly are texting and talking and, talking. He's taught me a lot about life and how to handle situations and how to communicate with certain people and things like that. My family, I got a great support group, man. I can't sit here and name too many because I'm sure I'll leave somebody off, but I got a tremendous, I'm blessed. I really am. I got a tremendous support group. All of my assistant coaches, all of our assistant coaches. So yeah, I'll leave it at that just because I don't want to leave nobody off and upset them, but I do have a tremendous support group. They know who they are. So if you're watching, I appreciate you guys for sure.
Coach, we want to thank you for coming on today. Get everybody to speed with Martha Lane Collins and let them know what's going on with the program. We really appreciate you for taking the time. Practice and everything is getting it going, and you got a lot of stuff on your plate. So heads off to you. We know that Martha Lane Collins is in good hands, and we look forward to going ahead and see some of these scoreboards light up with all these titles.
We're gonna try to light it up, man. That's our goal. Hey, also last thing, I do want to give a shout out to Coach Cosby, Brandon Cosby. I heard y'all mention him earlier, the mayor. I that's my guy, and I heard y'all mention him, so I did want to give him a shout out. So shout out Coach Cos.
Coach, I'll tell you what, Coach, we'll be getting back with you and try to get you back on, get an update and everything else. So good luck this year, and God bless.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one, fellas.
Two.
Another one. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, Martin Lane got a real deal, and I tell you what, he wasn't lying. Goodness, a baller. 52 TDs.
That's crazy.
Big time. So look, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button,
please,
tomorrow, Fern Creek head coach will be on the show.
Yep.
Fern Creek's up. Who's next? Come on now.
Good question.
Hey, God bless and good night. Thank you guys. Peace out.
Be good.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.